Ever heard of a creature that looks like a turtle, acts like a trickster, and waits in rivers to drag you under? Meet the Kappa, Japan's most bizarre and feared water spirit. Mischievous, dangerous, and oddly polite. Welcome back to another episode of Myths Untold. They call it the Kappa, a name whispered across generations, carried by winds that ripple through bamboo forests and glide over black still waters. In Japanese, Kappa means river child, but don't let the name fool you. It is no innocent child. Legends describe the Kappa as a creature with the skin of a turtle, hands webbed like a frog, and a beak sharper than broken glass. Its eyes, sunken, cold, eternally watching. But perhaps most disturbing is the dent on its head, a shallow dish always filled with water. Spill it, and the monster weakens. But let it spill you, and the river claims more than just your life. Kappas are said to lurk in rivers, lakes, and swamps across Japan. They blend with the silence, moving beneath lily pads and shadows. For centuries, parents warned their children, don't wander near the water at dusk. Not because of the current, but because of what's beneath. Now let me tell you a few stories, not from books, from blood. There was once a young boy in a quiet village. He went to fetch water with a wooden bucket, but he never returned. They found his body the next day, lying perfectly still by the bank. No wounds, no struggle, but something was missing. The villagers whispered of the Shirikodama, the mythical soul that Kappas steal, dragged out from the unlikeliest place, the anus, a soul-snatching, river-born horror. And then there is the tale of the samurai. When ambushed by a Kappa, he did not run, he bowed, and so did the creature. The water in its head spilled with the motion, draining its power. The samurai didn't kill it. Instead, he showed mercy. That Kappa, they say, stayed in the area for years, not as a threat, but as a silent guardian. In some villages, mothers carve their children's names onto cucumbers and float them downriver, a peace offering to the Kappa, a trade, vegetable for a child's life. Rituals like this were not performed for fun. They were born from fear, grief, and generations of children lost to still waters. One story tells of a little girl who vanished near the edge of the stream. They say she was only collecting water, but only her shoes and wooden bucket were found, placed neatly beside the rocks, as if returned by something that wanted to show manners. But where did these tales begin? Over time, they changed. Some feared them as death bringers, others viewed them as spirits to be respected. And then came the stories of Kappa with healing powers, of creatures skilled in medicine and bone setting, duality, horror and help, fear and faith. Physically, they are grotesque and unforgettable, with turtle-like skin that reflects moonlight, webbed limbs for swift underwater attacks, and the unsettling beak that never smiles. But it's the water dish atop their head that defines them. It must remain filled. That is their source of strength, their Achilles heel. Spill it, and they are no more threatening than a soggy puppet. But don't take comfort too quickly. When a Kappa strikes, it pulls its victim down, fills their lungs with black water, and with cold hands extracts the Shirikodama. Some say this is the soul. Others believe it's a metaphor for losing control, for dying in shame, for the silent horror of drowning. So, is the Kappa real?